How's it going, guys? It's Deadpool 3.7 here with another video, and don't mind the mess in my car. I'm currently headed to my hometown to run some errands, and I decided to do a quick video. And this video is going to be about the V6 Mustang hate. I honestly don't know why people hate on a car because of the motor. I mean, it's ridiculous. But when I first got this car, I didn't know anything about modding, Mustangs, or I went from a Charger. I had a Charger. All I knew was Dodge. So when I got this car, that's a completely different step for me. New vehicle and everything. So when I got this car, I joined a Facebook page. I'm not going to talk about the group because a lot of you guys may know the group, especially the V6 guys. But it's one of the biggest, maybe the biggest S550 group on Facebook. But when I first joined the group, I remember I first posted a pic of my car. I had some mature comments. I also had a lot of guys trolling, a lot of stuff. I continuously had, people giving me shit over my car. Also, plenty of other guys getting shit for their cars, including the EcoBoost guys and all of that, but it was mainly from the 5.0 guys. I mean, I've had, friends. I got friends that own 5.0s. I got friends that own V6s. I got friends that own EcoBoosts, and we all get along just fine. At the end of the day, we all have a Mustang. That's something to be proud about, A lot of people get V6 Mustangs because, it may not be financially responsible or a financially smart decision to get at the time. Just like in my case, I could have got a GT. I said before I wanted a GT, but when I saw this car, it was something about it that made me fall in love with it, and I got this one, and it was financially smart for me to have this car. But another thing is, I don't understand why they talk about it not being a real muscle car, or it's not a muscle car, Okay, well, a lot of you S197, not S197, but SN95 guys, y'all have 300 horsepower in y'all GTs, and some of them before that 250. If I'm not mistaken, I think the very first Mustang was a four banger. I think, if I'm not mistaken, and they didn't have that many horsepower, but they was considered American muscle. I just don't understand. My car has the same amount of horsepower as your car did in 2002 on up to 05 and up, or maybe even more than that. I think 09 is when the horsepower changed, maybe. But those are muscle cars. Why can't this one be? It's the same amount of horsepower. And I've been in some races where I've gapped guys. I've gapped a guy in a 2010 GT. So mine is still not considered American muscle. It's like I said, it's just stupid. Another thing that I noticed that a lot of these guys do is they get into your comment section. I've seen some guys on YouTube that post videos of their mods or videos of their Pro Charger. Hell, I even had a comment on one of my videos. I know I saw a Pro Charge video of a guy in his Mustang, and the guy was like, well, I spend $5,000 on a V6 and you can buy a GT and do this to it. And I'm just like, dude, to each his own. If a guy wants a V6 and he wants to do this to it, let him do it. It's his build. Why are you on his channel? Just like on one of my videos, I had a guy comment, when you're getting a GT. Now, I don't know if the guy was trying to be an asshole or he generally was asking a question. But first of all, it's a V6 page. It's a V6 YouTube channel. If you don't like a V6, don't get on my damn channel. Simple as that. I just don't understand. Like, do these guys wake up in the morning and decide, hey, I'm gonna wake up and get on YouTube and type in V6 Mustangs or something like that, and something like that, this shit gets annoying. Like, get a life, first of all. But it's a lot of shit that's just overwhelming. and just stupid. And you know, also when I back to the group that I was in, because of that group having so much hate and trolls, you know, trolling on the page, and anytime you post a question and generally want help, they're telling you to buy a GT. I ended up leaving and making my own group. My own group is the S550 V6 Mustang group. I mean, I remember we started out with Marty Garcia and Zach Alport, but now he's Watch My Eco on YouTube. You know, check out his channel. When we made that group, it was for, you know, if guys needed help, you know, want to see each other mod, none of this trolling shit that's going on, you know, that's what we wanted. And now we're up to 1,000, you know, 1,000 members, and I hope we continue to grow. You know, we try to keep stuff going, you know, positivity, no negativity on the page. You know, we have fun every now and then. You know, if you guys, you know, ever want to, check us out, you know, join us. But that, you know, once I left or whatever, I ended up joining the group back, but it was just to see, you know, if anybody tried anything new, because I know I saw some guy actually put a supercharger on his car. It wasn't a Pro Charger, it was a supercharger, and I wanted to keep up with that build. Also, a guy was doing a 2018, you know, 2018-19 GT cluster onto, you know, he's taking the cluster and putting it on his car, and I thought that was, you know, that was pretty badass too, and I want to, you know, check that out. But I honestly, I don't know why the V6 hate is so prominent and you know, it's stupid, and why people get on your page. I'm gonna forever hold it down for the V6 guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, eventually I probably will get a GT, but I plan on keeping this car. You know, if I ever have kids or anything, this will be a good car for my, you know, my son. I mean, I'm already up to 96,000 miles, so, you know, I may eventually do an engine swap if the engine ever goes out on this car. You know, I hope nothing ever like that happens, but, you know, I always have my options. But again, man, I don't understand why the V6 hate is so prominent. Guys, just ignore the shit. I get it too. I mean, even with my car, I've had guys come up, why did you make a V6 look like this? Or is it a GT? It sounds like the GT, but I wouldn't buy a V6. I wouldn't waste my money on a V6. You should have got the 5.0, or I bet it's something serious with the 5.0. And what's crazy to me is, what I also noticed on that page, a lot of guys, that the GT guys that was commenting that shit, their cars were basically stock. They had an exhaust, or, oh, we cut the muffler off on it, you know, or we put a tune on it, or just full boat on, or something like that. And a lot of the V6 guys, cars look way better, you know, look way better than some of those guys that had a GT. But, you know, again, guys, if you're coming on people's pages for hate, chill out, man. Like, seriously, chill out. You never know the story behind a person, or how they even got blessed to have a car, because my car is a blessing to me. You know, I survived a bad wreck and I got this car. You know, this is a blessing for me, because I could have not had a car, and I just lucked out and I got this one, and I'm gonna forever love this car. Guys, you know, I just wanted to shoot a quick video, I guess you could say a rant or whatever, but, you know, just uploading some more content to the channel. I'm open for criticism. I'm open for suggestions. If there's anything you guys want to see me talk about, you know, give me some help, guide me. I'm trying to make this channel grow. Share with your friends. If you like the video, please like, give me a thumbs up, and subscribe. Thanks, and I will have more content coming.